Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Abdul Qadir Sharif, speaking from TheAutoTalent. Today we're going to discuss an eccentric shaft issue for N50 to BMW engine, as it is here. These issues come with codes, 2A39 and related codes on these engines, and these engines are specifically on BMW. Specifically come with E61, E62 for 5 series, E60, E61. They also come in 6 series. They come in some X series, E70, as in this particular one. They are very common. Engines produced between 2005 and 2009. So they come with this series of problems: eccentric shaft issues, eccentric shaft adjustment range issues, as applies to code 2A39. And they are common. The BMW related to these issues, as I'm saying, is N52 engine. Specifically, they have this type. This is the eccentric shaft. As you can see, this problem is diagnosed with this diagnostic shaft. You can see this shaft critically. We have removed it. The shaft is chopped off. So this allowing the eccentric shaft motor to rotate fully to its stops. By the time it comes to a certain limit, it hooks, and the valves will not be able to open fully, so there will be no acceleration, sometimes loss of power, and sometimes the car goes off completely. These issues are critical, and we are going to address them now. In this our case, we are just summarizing. We have already opened it, because we are going to continue the job as it is now. We are getting a new one. You can see it. This chopping off, ideally is supposed to be here. The shaft pushes against a rocker that activates on the valves, the intake valves of the engine. And if for any reason this is sticking as a result of this, you can see the teeth carefully. Now we compare with a new one. I have a good one here. This is a good eccentric shaft. This will move fully because it is pretty clear and everything is good. So we are good to go. So this is another one that is good. We're going to use it. You can see the teeth. All the gears are fine. There is no problem with it. Don't know. You can see it clearly. Both sides the teeth are good. Can't compare it with this now. Look at the bad one. Even if you put it at an angle, you see that some of the teeth are gone already. So they will be sticking. They will not allow the gear to move fully. The eccentric shaft will not move now. This is called eccentric shaft. The symptoms you get on the vehicle is poor performance. You feel loss of power with half total indication on the dash of the vehicle, poor acceleration, sometimes not accelerating, sometimes the vehicle goes off, it will not even idle. You start, it will start, and it will not idle, it will die off. Sometimes when it is cool, it behaves differently. Sometimes it's hot, it behaves differently. When the vehicle dies, it loses power, it refuses to accelerate with misfires. Those are the symptoms you generally find in this type of problem. Then coming to the diagnosis, sometimes the diagnosis with a scan tool, you get the code 2A39. That 2A39 is indicating a mechanical failure in the travel of the eccentric, in the valvetronic, which lies on this item. As I said, the wear will now prevent it from reaching end-to-end adjustment range. That's why it shows you the code valvetronic range adjustment issues. The major causes of the problem here is wear and tear. Okay, wear is being caused by age of usage, lack of maintenance culture, using of bad engine oil in the engine, causing sludges to block the sides of the rotating shaft. So in effect now, causing some resistance, some hardness on the movement of the shaft. In response to it, you realize that this jet here, we have a jet that sprays, tight here on top of the item, that sprays oil to the shaft, lubricating these gears. Eventually it blocks. This is a tiny hole. You have to get this cleared for you to put back. Oil comes through here on top of the, it comes through here, through this hole while the engine is working. It will now displace something like this to be lubricating the shaft, giving it oil. So once it blocks and there's a lack of oil, shortage of oil here, it will cease eventually and cause wears on this. These are the causes. So BMW recommends use of good engine oil. You don't use any type of oil and you have problem with it. We found on most BMWs produced between 2005, 2006 up to 2009 or 10. You find them on most of the 3 series, E90, E93, E92, and then 5 series, E60, E61. You also find them in 6 series of E63, E64. You find them on some X series like the X5, E70, and you also find it on some X series or E84 as well. On the Z4 is also found this particular engine. It's a 6-cylinder naturally aspirated engine. I think this is the last 6-cylinder naturally aspirated engine I did. So whenever you have this type of problem, the solution is you open the valve cover, you inspect this as we did, the eccentric shaft gear for wear. If you find it is worn, or the eccentric shaft motor, the gears are also worn, you may have to replace both the eccentric motor and the eccentric shaft together. Sometimes 2 of the issues, both the eccentric motor gears and the eccentric shaft gears are worn. In that case, you replace both. But if it's one that is worn after inspection, you replace. Now in this my case, it's only the shaft that is worn, and I'll go ahead to change it. We'll soon go to the procedure for replacing it, one after the other. To start fixing the new eccentric shafts, make them clear, because there could be dirt inside these holes you can see. So you have to use compressed air to take it up and to blow. Now yeah, because this is where the oil supply from the engine comes to lubricate the eccentric shaft here. So now I'm fixing the new eccentric shaft. These are the pin bearings. You may replace them, but they don't easily spoil. In my case, I'm using the old one I removed. So on goes like this. I have the collars this way. 6 of them. There are 6 support positions for the eccentric shaft. Goes like this. Put some lubricants, perhaps engine oil. You can roll it to make sure it goes round. Okay. So now goes in. Yep. In cases you have to remove the sensor for you to have an easy fit. Okay. Yeah, there it goes. Now you get the caps. Have numbers middle. They have numbers written on them as well. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. We use a T30 to secure it in place. Just like that. We are going to finally you can use torque wrench to torque this T30 bolts to torque. Anyway, the procedure is using torque wrench and setting the standard, but it's okay. So it should be like this, very free. It should be free like this. The next thing, you put the eccentric shaft stop. Lower limit stop. Now you put it this way. This is the lower limit of the eccentric shaft travel stop. This way. And here you torque it. Yeah. So this will be the lower limit, minimum limit. It will stop it this way. And if it goes maximum, there is another stopper here on the body of the cylinder head. So this is how the eccentric shaft should work like. Okay, so the next step, you put the intermediate rockers. Put the intermediate rockers in place. How's the car? How's the car? These are actually the rockers that which the eccentric shaft activates. So every stage must be lubricated. In any case you are putting any of these items, you must lubricate them with oil to see that they move freely. It is preferable to do this work with the engine outside, but since it's a repair job, you have to manipulate your way. Okay. The next step, you put the intermediate rocker tops, just like this. And use E8 or E6, E8 socket to fix them in place. Just like this. This way. This oil gallery or oil spray pot must have access. You can see the design of the fastener or holder for the intermediate rocker cover. You can see a cut here. When you look at it critically, there's a cut here. As oil is coming through this hole, it's going through this cut and travel over a space left in between here to the top to lubricate. That is through this bolt here, to allow for space for the oil to feed in.
Aman ta. Wurin nan. Ina su za a
Okay. don't need to. Okay. Either with a mirror or climbing up there to watch carefully that the intermediate rockers are seated in place. The next stage is putting these tension springs. You have to be very careful when putting these springs. You need special tool to put it. But if you don't have a special tool, don't worry. There is a way. There is a shortcut. I use BMW recommend their special tools, and these special tools are very expensive to buy. You get some few hundreds of dollars to buy them, and if you don't do this job always, you end up keeping them idle. So for those who don't have special tool, I'm going to walk through this with you. If you don't have the special tool for doing this, you'll get a shaft or a rod, a round rod that will just cover this area. Now get two combined 13 mm wrenches like this. You are to put them this way, just this way. Watch carefully. This is a shorter way of doing this thing. You now put the spring, expand it this way, put it such that the lobe, look at it inside, there's a key where it enters for the two rockers. You can just manage. If you see the other side, it's okay. Shaft of equivalent size that will go this way. You put it this way, get two 13 combined wrenches. You put them this way, one here, get another one, put it this way, and get somebody to secure this shaft in place for you. I think you need to get a helper. So you go this way. You go this way. You can see. Okay. Put it this way. Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on, boy. Oh, no. Okay. So this is it. Very good. So in this way, you have fixed it without special tool, and this is how you do to all the rest. I can slack this a little bit to allow everything to the correct torque. Okay, this last one, this middle one that is pointing at the sprocket for the Valvetronic, you can see it. It should be pointing. It's clear now. This is clear. Make sure you have blown everything and it's passing oil. Now it can pass oil. As it's lubricating now, oil will be supplied here. The next stage is now try and tie the Valvetronic motor like this with the valve cover open. Now trying to fix the Valvetronic motor with the valve cover open, so as to test not free. We'll have to change the valve. I am tightening this Valvetronic motor manually. Now we'll be turning this manually to ensure. You can look at the shaft coming up. It's rolling it without resistance. It's free. It's free. Stage where the gears are actually one and the hook limit has reached there without resistance on my hand. You can see it. This is how it should be. The thing should roll freely with your hand. With this 4 mm. Now I will lose it back, and we can see that everything is done and ready. You can now be able to close the valve cover, assembly, and start the vehicle. You should put the battery, connect your battery head for the car, go and put the ignition on, put it to ignition on position. The Valvetronic, you should see this thing now moving as in rolling and taking the whole eccentric shaft to the end and back. You should see that happening manually. That will ensure to you that the Valvetronic itself is moving to its location.